I want to show you the Tarp Buddy. This here is a little device that replaces grommets and does so much more. It's basically the same type of design as the button, where you put a stone in underneath your tarp and you tie in underneath the tarp. So there's no way it can pull out through without tearing the material itself. The weak spot on a tarp is when they cut it out and place in the grommet. This, you don't have any cuts. You just put it over. So what you do is you take this, put your tarp over top of it, feed it over, and then you put a line over it. On here, that's what I've done. There's the Tarp Buddy there. I push this through, and this here is actually going through 4 pieces of tarp. I pushed it through and then used my paracord to cinch in around it. Now the only way that can rip is if it rips out all that material. I'm going to demonstrate how much strength this has. It all depends on your material, your tarp, because this here will not give, the Tarp Buddy. It's the material of the tarp that is the strength. Now these tarps I've used as hammocks, as you know. My pea pod, different type of hammock setups. All I've done right now is I've taken my tarp, folded it over, you can see, put this through, piece of paracord. I've done that to the same end. Well, I'm going to lay in this to show how these work. What I want to do is I want to tell you right now, do not do this. This is only a test. I'm testing this so you don't have to. If that gives, I made sure I'm not that high off the ground. I've also made sure that there's nothing that's going to stick me and impale me if I do go through. And 550 paracord. A lot of people have used that for a hammock suspension, but a lot of people it has failed on as well. So I never use paracord as a hammock suspension, but that's what I have right now to test this. And I won't, like I said, I'm doing this so you don't have to, but this should show how much these things here will hold in a tarp. I'm 215 pounds. If I can lay in this, it means this thing here has some pretty good holding power on a for a tarp. You couldn't do that with a grommet, you know that for sure. There you go. It's right there. Excuse me. It's right there. It's cinched in around, and let's give it a try. Like I said, don't try this at home, but you can see they're holding well, holding very well. And like I said, paracord is also not recommended for a suspension system. I've just shown how that was. Now, I'm going to show you how easy it is to undo. Right there, take this, pop it out. All good. This here would be really good to get out of the rain. I could even sleep in here. Could have a fire out there with a reflector wall. This would be a really nice shelter. Plenty big. This is a 9x12 tarp, but it's about a 9x9 right now because I can put those Tarp Buddies anywhere I like. And I just brought it back 3 feet and put my buddy in that corner and one on that corner, folded the rest back. Now you can also buy these aluminum poles, tent poles, or tarp poles. For this here allows for me to, you know, it pushes the tarp upward, so you have a lot more room in here instead of just flat down. So I have a lot more headroom in here. I've got one tarp buddy in the center that I hooked on, and I got them tied to that. As you can see, I could totally work in here and so on and so forth. It's a pretty neat little, you know, setup. And these tent poles, they weigh basically nothing. They're a good addition when you get your tarp buddy. I'll show you how they work. Right there you can see they have a hole right here on the end of these tarp buddies. You can place your pole right inside that hole. Bring this over. Right here, I don't know if he's showing up or not, there's a hole through here as well that you can actually put your pole right straight through this if you wanted to. One pole. But with these holes, it adds so much different features. Then I have it going and down to there. And it goes down to there. You can see the arc. So it gives me a lot of headroom in here. In the back here, you can see the way that's tied on. I've got it going out to a peg to hold my back. And it's the same thing over there. So it's staked in the back. You can see the raise of that, the way it's raised. It's tied to that tree right there and tied to that tree. Pretty simple setup. I'm going to tear this down, see how quick and simple this is. They have a bungee cord in the middle. They just fold up like that. That's it. Roll up your tarp and it goes together just about as fast. So that's the first look at the tarp buddy. See, like I said, there's a hole there. You can actually fasten this right to like a building and put your, put a bolt right through this, fasten it to the building, wrap your tarp around it, tie it off. You can use it for cover and firewood. you know, make a lean-to off a building with a tarp, you know, ATVs. There's many, many uses, as you know, for tarps, not just out in the bush. Seen a video where you can hook this to boat covers and such. Put this in through, tie it down, bungee it, or whatever. It's so many uses. They're comparable in price, and I've used the button type method for, you know, many years, and I really like that because it has to rip the material before it could ever, you know, fail. So it's the strength of the material what's going to give you the strength of the what your tie down is. Now a grommet, like I said, they pull out because it's already cut out through. This here is much more secure. Now the tent poles you can get, or tarp poles, you can get in two different sizes. I believe this is the larger size, but they give you a lot of options of different type of shelters, different type of, you know, tarp setups that you want to do. They're nice and lightweight, aluminum. I really like both these. And like I said, you know, I bring this stuff to you so you know it's out there and it may be of use to you. That's why I do reviews. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.